you enjoyed tonight's Saturday Classic, Skeet Upon My Tombstone. Coming up, hard-hitting wrestling action with RWL Snarl, next.
The following pro wrestling exhibition requires discretionary viewer participation.
One, two, three, four.
Hi friends, fans, and fam. We're in Dallas tonight for a pretty special edition of our WL Snarl, so we're glad you're here. I'm Wally Cardill, alongside Johnny Bianco, and why so special? Cause tonight's the birthday of GM Hangman Tex Lynch, and we're celebrating with a great card of our WL Wrestling.
Happy birthday to you, Tex. And we're less than a week away from the Black Friday Super Card. I bet you're pretty excited about it all, right?
Very excited, GB. They asked me, isn't it distasteful to celebrate your birthday in Dallas on November the 22nd? I just kind of smiled and said, well, hey, the assassinations weren't too tasteful either.
It's not your fault that your birthday and the Kennedy assassination fall on the same day after all.
Damn right it's not. All right, let's get this show on the road, baby.
At one's birthday, sir. We start tonight with ladies division action with the Yankee Rose Miss Georgia Washington as she goes up against Babs Beckwith, one-on-one.
The Yankee Rose and the Little Valley Girl that could. Oh, well, that's a dynamite start to tonight.
Good evening, Dallas, and welcome to our WL Snarl. Our opening contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, here is the Yankee Rose, Miss Georgia Washington. We almost always see fan signs saying the fans hate Georgia Washington. And while that may be true for some, the Yankee Rose has built herself a solid fan base, almost in spite of that.
The true dislike for Georgia tends to come from the ladies' locker room mostly, and that's where it counts from.
Georgia caught a pretty rough beatdown from Luna Vachon in her previous appearance last month. She's already been a thorn in the side to ladies' Northern champion Brenda Blair. But this will be her first match against former ladies' Northern champion Babs.
And what about Babs? She's been kinda, well, iffy lately. Her mood's swinging faster than a hop in Hormone Alert, and well, that could be a factor for her in this match with the Yankee Rose, who she admits she's got no love for.
I'm waiting for Babs Beckwith to just absolutely erupt like Mount Vesuvius, man. It's got to happen sooner or later. Maybe it'll happen here with the Yankee Rose. It's true, Babs has not exactly been herself since losing the ladies' Northern title to Brenda Blair at Halloween Brawl.
And her opponent from the San Fernando Valley, California, Babs Beckwith.
The former voice of the RWL magazine as Babs Stretch, she is now going by her true name, Babs Beckwith, and she has been hot since the tournament in September when she won the ladies' Northern title just to lose it a month later to Brenda Blair at Halloween Brawl, and well, she hasn't exactly been quite the same since. But her skills are still undeniable, and I think Georgia Washington's going to have a tough time in this first-time encounter with Bethany Ann Babs Beckwith.
The loss to Brenda Blair hasn't completely ruined her, but it was a huge stumbling block in her forward momentum and to her sense of self-worth. I had thought for a while that it might have been enough to push her in a negative direction, but luckily, it hasn't.
Like all the best stars, she's taken some time to train, dust herself off, and get right back into it. But she could sure use a win over Georgia tonight.
And just about everybody knows Miss Beckwith's morale has not been good since losing the ladies' Northern title to Brenda Blair. She's probably going to take that out on the Yankee Rose. Hopefully. Willie Johnson rings the bell, and here we go. Off the middle rope, flying punch takes the Yankee Rose down to the canvas. Babs Beckwith Lots up Georgia. Has her up, draws a knee right into her. Babs Beckwith with a wrist clutch knee to the head of Georgia Washington. An overhand right. Babs. Oh, man. Nasty forearm. Georgia Washington seems to be having her trouble in the first 30 seconds of this match. Gets her knee driven into the canvas. Babs Beckwith takes herself all the way topside here. The Yankee Rose laid out about center ring, slowly making her way to a standing position. And here she goes. Oh, another beautiful flying punch from Beckwith. Babs Beckwith rebounds off the ropes. Ooh, man. Punches, kicks, everything off the rebound, off the ropes. 1, 2. Oh, Miss Beckwith has been in some training or something, because she has, oh man, she's lit up. Babs with a series of shots to Georgia Washington and a knee that takes her down to the mat. Oh, man. Georgia Washington rounded up by Babs, laid up against the ropes. Finally, Georgia Washington counters, begins to try and mount some offense here. Has Babs up over the shoulder. This ain't good. Oh, man. Slammed down. Georgia Washington whips Babs to the ropes. Oh, man, look at this. Into a front cradle right away. Into a fall-away slam. Georgia Washington finally starting to assert herself in this matchup. Babs slams her face first down into the canvas. Misses with the stomp. Georgia quickly back up. Gets a hold on Babs Beckwith. Escorts her towards the ropes. Babs being set up by Georgia Washington here. Oh, man, rebounded off the ropes into a suplex. The Yankee Rose finally with some momentum on her side. There's a knee to the head of Babs Beckwith. She rolls out to the floor. So does Babs Beckwith. Georgia making a beeline for Babs here, but Babs might be there first. Gets a hold of her. Oh, man. Oh, nasty spinning sidewalk slam out there on the floor as referee Willie Johnson initiates the count. There's a right, a left. A knee to the midsection, and Babs with an axe kick to the back of the head of the Yankee Rose. Babs with a hard right spins Georgia around into a sleeper hold on the outside with the referee continuing the count. Babs gets countered with a jawjacker from Georgia Washington. Georgia tries to drive her into the ring step. Babs quickly puts on the brakes. Gets rolled back inside the ring. Georgia Washington moves in right after her. Oh, nasty running kick to the face of Babs Beckwith. Babs catches a stomp from Georgia. Georgia Washington now with the momentum all on her side. Rounds up Babs Beckwith, gets a hold on her. Escorts her to the far left corner. Head first into the turnbuckle. Babs Beckwith catches a chop across the chest from the Yankee Rose. Georgia Washington going for the cover here. 1. Just 1, says Willie Johnson. A stomp right to the face from the Yankee Rose. Babs rounded up into a power bomb. Oh, sit-out power bomb from Georgia Washington. Oh, yeah, Georgia Washington realizes she's got the advantage, and she's going to try and press it. Oh, here he goes. Here goes the Rockets' red glare. This could be bad news for Babs right here. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. But no, only a near fall. Babs Beckwith finding her way out of danger, but Georgia Washington still in the driver's seat. Georgia snaps the leg on Babs. Babs Beckwith with a sweep of the leg takes down Georgia Washington. Gathers her back up to her feet. Gets a hold on. Oh! Whoa! Slams her face first into the canvas. Babs quick with the cover and the hook of the leg. 1, 2. Nope. No dice. Georgia Washington. Babs is fired up. I'll tell you, she has been kind of grouchy since losing that ladies' northern title. She'd love to get it back. There's a whip to Georgia Washington. A shot to the back. Georgia counters, gets a hold on Babs. Has her up over the shoulders. Man, the momentum has shifted back and forth like crazy here. Another leg snap from Georgia Washington to Babs Beckwith. Georgia finding out her next move here quickly. Gets shoved down to the canvas with both boots by Babs Beckwith. Georgia on the outside. Here comes Babs over the top rope. Whoa! Ass over tea kettle. And right into the face of the Yankee Rose. Georgia Washington rolled back inside the ring by Babs Beckwith, who's taking the long way home, getting in there, rolls herself back inside the ring. Georgia Washington gets a hold on her, whips her to the ropes. Whoa, quick counter and a quick kick from Babs. Babs whips Georgia to the ropes, misses the grapple, but whoa, allows gravity to do the work for her. Another rebound off the ropes and another knee right to the side of the head of Georgia Washington. Babs starts to open up with some right hands to the head of the Yankee Rose. And one more time, the momentum has shifted here like, oh, man. Babs is in good form tonight. Straight between the ropes as Georgia Washington catches a set of knees from Babs Beckwith. She is hanging by a thread here. And Babs, here she comes. Oof! Big boot, and out to the floor goes the Yankee Rose. And here comes Babs Beckwith in hot pursuit. There's a stomp to the back of Georgia Washington. Babs Beckwith. Quick jump to the top turnbuckle, and here she comes, does from above, 10 feet up, a knee right to the head of Willie Johnson, counting as Babs Beckwith does a little showing off for the folks here in the Big D. What a rush it is to be in Dallas, Texas for this one. On my birthday yet. Oh, look at this. Babs Beckwith with a series of mounted bully punches to the Yankee Rose. Georgia Washington rounded up by Babs Beckwith. Hurled towards the timekeeper's area as Babs rolls herself in. Willie Johnson continues to count the Yankee Rose. Georgia Washington not moving. Well, now looks like Babs Beckwith is firmly in the driver's seat on this one. She comes back out. Georgia Washington quickly taking Babs Beckwith down on the outside. Locks it up with Beckwith. Escorts her towards the ring. Rolls her back inside. Here comes Georgia Washington. Running dropkick. Takes Babs right back down to the canvas. Babs gathered up. Catches a shot from Georgia. Georgia goes behind. German suplex on Babs Beckwith that doubles her over. An overhand right from Georgia. Gets the leg. Oh, man, that ain't good. Double snap to the leg of Babs Beckwith from Georgia Washington. It goes to work on her. Now that she's laid out on the canvas center ring. And arms. Oh, man. Georgia Washington has her up for the powerbomb. Another sit-out powerbomb for Babs Beckwith. As the Yankee Rose one more time turns the tide on this one. Looks like Babs Beckwith was in control and Georgia just quickly took it away. Oh, man. Driving knee to the head of Babs Beckwith. Georgia Washington gets a hold on Babs, whips her to the ropes, gets a hold on her in a front cradle, and another fall-away slam center ring. Babs definitely feeling that one. Georgia Washington gathers up Babs again. Oh, look at this. Babs quickly puts on the brakes. There's a forearm right to the face of the Yankee Rose. Rebound off the ropes and a flying punch takes Georgia down. Babs quickly going for the cover, hooks the leg. 1, 2. And again, no. These two putting on quite a show to start off the card tonight. Babs gets a hold on Georgia. Escorts her to the far right corner, head first into the turnbuckle, goes the Yankee Rose, and up onto the top turnbuckle she goes. Look at this, Babs with a serious display of power. Oh, damn, look at this here. Here's a cover. 1, 2, 3. Well, now, Babs Beckwith with a much-needed win. Let's get the official time from Buck Morton.
The time, 9 minutes and 2 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Babs Beckwith.
You know, guys, this win over Georgia Washington might be the morale boost that Babs Beckwith needed. Maybe she'll turn things around hereafter. But what a win for Babs Beckwith. Look at this display of power right here in the replay. Had Georgia Washington up by one freaking arm and then into this beautiful pin dead center ring. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with more RWL Snarl when we return right after the break.